duties and oath of office, arrogation of power, and abuse of the governmental process has had an adverse impact on the running and the administration of the county government, of Kericho County government. And number 17, the governor's continued stay in office has and will continue to undermine effective service delivery to the detriment of the people of Kericho County, in whose trust the governor holds the office. Mr. Speaker, the Assembly resolves to impeach the governor under Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order number 74 of the Kericho County Assembly Standing Orders on the following grounds: A, gross misconduct, a gross violation of the Constitution and other laws. Gross violation of the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya 2010, the County Governments Act 2012, the Public Finance and Asset Disposal Act, the Public Procurement and Disposal Act, the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and the Kericho County laws. Number 1, misappropriation, misallocation of county finances. Mr. Speaker, sir, on various occasions since his election as a governor and subsequent assumption of office, the governor has engaged in various acts of gross violation of Article 10, 183, and 201 of the Constitution, Section 102 and 109 of the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 412A, and the provisions of the Kericho County Rating Act number 5 of 2019 as follows. Number 1, fictitious payment of works, goods, and services. Number 1, between January 2025 and July 2025, the governor engaged in gross violation of Articles 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and Sections 102, 109, and 110 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012. The governor aided, abetted, and or condoned the fictitious payments of goods and services and works which were neither delivered nor done, occasioning the county the loss of Kenya shillings 85,704,522.90 in number A, services which were not rendered and or partially done, e.g. the maintenance of 15 residential houses in Kipkelion West Sub-County at a cost of 2.999 million. Number B, goods delivered including soya beans, maize jam, sunflower cakes.
You read properly the Honorable.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Goods not delivered including soya beans, maize jam, sunflower seed cake, and cotton seed cake alleged to have been supplied for Kenya shillings 14,980,640. Number C, overpriced goods including sodas alleged to have been bought for about Kenya shillings 500 shillings per 300 milliliters bottle, and a bale of tissue alleged to have been bought for Kenya shillings 2,750 per bale of 10 tissue papers, and a hand towel priced at Kenya shillings 3,600. Number D, works, goods, and services alleged to have been procured for Kenya shillings 5,172,715.60 from companies including Mengro Products Limited, Hildama Construction and Supplies Limited, Brisa Construction and Supplies Limited, Prospera Ventures Limited, and IBM Pro Construction Limited without any supporting documents. And number E, payment of contractors from the retention account for the works done more than 5 years ago, some of which companies had already been paid and therefore misappropriating county funds through DAPO, payments. Number 2, some of the goods, services, and works were procured without following the procurement process. No tender opening committees were formed, contrary to Section 78 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, as read together with Regulation number 25 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulations 2020. Similarly, there were no professional opinions done to the accounting officers, contrary to Section 84 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 3, there was deliberate circumvention of competitive tendering of the same goods, services, and works by splitting contracts to suit the request for quotation method, thus violating Section 54 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, as read together with Regulation 43 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulation 2020. Number 4, most of the goods, services, and works were procured outside the approved budget as required under Section 44(2)(a) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 5, the documents used by the departments were not clear and did not bear references to the procurement requirement, provision of dates, especially invoices generated, and signatures of the respective officers. There was therefore blatant violation of the provision of Regulation 68 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulations 2020. Number 6, no market survey was concluded as required under regulation. Pardon? Okay, no market survey was conducted as required under Regulation 43(4) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulation 2020. The contractors therefore supplied goods with exorbitant prices contrary to Section 54(2) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 7, all of the subject goods, services, and works were paid for in advance, yet the county has accumulated pending bills over the last 3 years of Kenya shillings 1.1 billion, which have been verified and are yet to be paid from the time the governor assumed office. Number 8, the report of the ad hoc committee of the alleged fictitious payments tabled before the Assembly on 5th of August 2025 made pertinent and damning findings and recommendations that point to the deliberate failure to act, neglect of duty, and even conspiracy on the part of the governor, to wit, number A, documents shared with the ad hoc committee by the departmental heads called to testify were not accompanied by E-Team's invoice. This lends credence to the suspicion that the documents may have been prepared to cover up the theft after the whistle was blown. Number B, the payments were made in advance before goods, services, and works were delivered or done. And as at the date of tabling of the report, some of those goods, services, and works remained undelivered to date. Number C, documents that were used to process payments bore signatures that could not be authenticated. Subsequently, certain officers whose signatures appear in the said documents have denounced the documents. Number D, the gaps highlighted in the report point to serious governance concerns and weak internal controls in Kericho County that the appointing authority, that is the governor, policy makers, accounting officers, and indeed all the officers entrusted to deliver services to the county have failed to do so as required by law. Number E, there was an intention to defraud the county and violations of the Constitution 2010, the Public Finance Management Act 2012, the County Governments Act 2012, the Leadership and Integrity Act, the Powers and Privileges County Assemblies Act, the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 9, under Article 179 of the Constitution and Section 33F of the County Government Act 2012, the governor has the overall responsibility of being accountable to the management and use of county resources. Number 10, it is a matter of public notoriety that when the whistle was blown on these fictitious payments, the governor on 26th of July 2025, while attending a function at Kamolok village in Cheboinwad, rubbished the claims and called for stern action against the whistleblower. This shows someone who is either unaware of the happenings in the county or was deeply involved in the scandal. Number 2, misappropriation of National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project, NAFCDP funds. Mr. Speaker, number 11, on various dates between the year 2023 and 2025, the governor has violated the provisions of Article 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution and Sections 48 and 159 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012 by aiding, abetting, condoning, and or overseeing the massive looting, pilferage, misappropriation, and misallocation of NAFCDP funds amounting to over Kenya shillings 351 million as at 10th June 2025. Number 12, from the report of the Committee of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, and Cooperative Management, Tourism, and Wildlife on the implementation status of the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, NAFCDP, in Kericho, tabled in the County Assembly on 6th August 2025, the County Assembly noted the following discrepancies in the use of the fund. Number A, the expenditure was used for farmers' cooperative societies, farmer producer organizations, found only in 19 out of 30 wards in Kericho. This implies that the funds that were meant for the agripreneurs, whose role was to enumerate farmers and organize them into SACCOs, was not adequately utilized. Number B, each ward SACCO was meant to get Kenya shillings 1 million, yet the committee found out of the 19 SACCOs under the program, only 7, underlined, have ever received financial support since the inception of the fund. Number C, it is further indicated in the report that some SACCO received nominal support in kind in form of office furniture and some farm inputs, while others have never received any support from the fund. Number D, even those SACCOs and farmer producer organizations which received support in kind did not receive delivery notes when the furniture, computers, and other supplies were delivered, and they cannot therefore ascertain the price, source, and therefore quality of what was supplied. Number E, procurement of furniture and equipment under NAFCDP program was conducted centrally with minimal involvement of key stakeholders. This does not undermine the principle. This does not only undermine the principle of transparency in procurement, decision making, and lack of ownership, but also created room for pilferage and misappropriation of the fund. Number 13, the office furniture and equipment supplied under NAFCDP program are largely substandard quality. There was therefore no value for money, and compliance with the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, particularly Section 124, which obligates the procuring entity to select quality and costs based selection QCBS method as the preferred method to be used to evaluate proposals. Number 14, the manner in which the few projects which were implemented were done show that they were done without following the project implementation manual published by World Bank to guide the implementation of the projects. Number 15, again, the governor shied in overall responsibility under Article 179(4) of the Constitution and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012 to be accountable for the management and use of county resources. Number 16, there is evidence that the governor has been ordering withdrawals from the fund for reasons other than those for which the fund was created by the donor. Evidence of this shall be availed at the hearing and the consideration of this motion. The mover will as well be asking the Assembly to issue an order under Article 195(2)(d) of the Constitution and Section 27(1)(c) and 2 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act 2017, compelling the relevant banks where the funds were drawn from to furnish this House with the bank statements showing the withdrawals of the funds from 2023 to date. Let me take a sip, Mr. Speaker.
All right. Allow Honorable Dogon.
Thank you. Charge number 3, misappropriation of funds and unfair distribution of projects funds under the Financing Locally Led Climate Action, that is FLOCA fund. Mr. Speaker, number 17, on various dates between the year 2023 and 2025, the governor has violated provisions of Article 10, 179, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and sections 102 and 107 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and Section 33F of the County Government Act 2012 by presiding over unfair, skewed, and nepotic distribution of FLOCA projects, distribution of projects under FLOCA funds, imprudent use, misappropriation, and misallocation of FLOCA funds as follows. Number A, skewed and unfair distribution of projects under the fund with the governor's home ward, that is Chemosot ward, alone getting projects worth 21,701,590. While there are many other wards, not only in other sub-counties, but even in Bureti sub-county, which have received not a single project under the fund. That is interesting, Mr. Speaker. This nepotically skewed distribution of projects under the fund violates the national values and principles of governance and Article 10 of the Constitution, and in particular, the value of equity, non-discrimination, equality, good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability. The principles of public finance under Chapter 12 of the Constitution, as well as the provisions of Sections 102 and 107 of the Public Finance Management Act, which enjoins the governor to ensure fiscal responsibility and adherence to the values and principles of the Constitution in the management of the county funds. Mr. Speaker, there are two words in Bureti, that is Litain and Cheblanget. They never got a single coin through the flock. And I wonder whether the members will be supporting or joining Raya. Number B, the Joint Committee on Water and Sanitation and Environment, Energy, Forestry, and Natural Resources, in the report of the implementation status of local programs, noted that some projects under the fund, Mr. Speaker, I think they should be consulting in low tones.
All right, let's, honorable members, order. Order, members. Let's proceed.
Or else I'll be distracted. So, Mr. Speaker, the Joint Committee on Water and Sanitation and Environment, Energy, Forestry, and Natural Resources, in their report on the implementation status of FLOCA programs, noted that some projects under the fund, namely Chemamul Water Project in Kabianga Ward, Water and Environment Project in Serete Cheptororiet Ward, Toroj Tany Cooperative Society in Milk Cooling Plant in Kapsaos, Soliat Tree Nursery Establishment Project in Soliat Ward, and Ndonyo Mare Borehole Water Project and Lelaitich Water Project in Soin Ward are marked 100% complete, yet there are either defects in the works, incomplete, and substandard works. Mr. Speaker, number 18, as a result of this unfair distribution of projects, wards like Cheblanget, Litein, Chaik, Kipchebor, Kunyak, I even forgot, Mr. Speaker, to add Kamasian
And you have also
and Chilchila,
yes,
did not even get a single project in all the categories under the fund, namely environment, agriculture, and water. And Mr. Speaker, just to clarify, through this fund, each ward was supposed to get one project in any of the three. And in the next financial year, they get another project in any of the three. And the last financial year, if you got water this time around, you get environment next time. And lastly, agriculture. That is not the case, Mr. Speaker. In some wards, all the three projects were implemented, which is complete violation of the law. Number 4, misappropriation of county funds under Equalizer Kazim Tani initiative. Mr. Speaker, this is where I was the vice chair, and Honorable Paul B. was the chairman. Number 19, on or about August 2023, Mr. Speaker, let me, it's a typo, we will correct it. It was on 14th of February 2023 when the project was launched. The governor engaged in gross violation of Articles 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and Section 102, 109, and 110 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 by launching a program dubbed Equalizer Kazim Tani Initiative and drawing county funds towards the initiative without a legislation to anchor the initiative, public participation, prior approval of the county assembly and control of budget, and prior approval of the budget and appropriation committee approval. Number 20, under the fund, a total of Kenya shillings 39 million were paid out without proper tendering, local service orders, and the services which were not delivered. And Mr. Speaker, there was even a funny scenario in Kapsaos where a contractor claimed a pending bill of 2.7 million. When we reached out to her, she did not know where she worked. Mr. Speaker, these are the people who never worked, but they were paid. Number 21, the county assembly's report on the ad hoc committee on Kazim Tani project pointed out various violations of the Constitution and the law in the rolling out and implementation of the initiative. However, the governor deliberately disregarded the report, and it has hitherto not been implemented. Number 22, the deliberate failure, omission, and unwillingness to implement the report of the county assembly on Equalizer Kazim Tani initiative undermines devolution, the doctrine of separation of powers, and is therefore antithetical to the values and the principles of governance under Article 10 of the Constitution, the objects of devolution under Article 174 of the Constitution. Roman number 5, Mr. Speaker, misappropriation of funds under strategic intervention projects, that is the SIs, implemented by the Department of Finance, that is economic planning. Number 23, in various dates During the financial year 2024-2025, the governor engaged in violation of Article 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and sections 102, 109, and 110 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 by overseeing misappropriation of various projects under the Strategic Intervention Program. That is a SIP fund. Number 24, for instance, the project of upgrading of Kunyak Dispensary to Health Center, which is a retender project for the construction and renovation of various facilities within the health center by Mrs. Belitra Enterprise Limited for Kenya shillings 44,756,846.
Hold on, number one. The company is MS, not Mrs.
Oh, MS. I'm guided, Mr. Speaker. Yeah. I'm not a contractor. MS Belitra Enterprise Limited for Kenya shillings 44,756,846. A total of Kenya shillings 8,576,186 has been paid for no works done. Mr. Speaker, when the committee visited the site, there was not a single thing that had happened, but 8.5 million had been paid out. So in a nutshell, this county pays you before even you start the work. Indeed, when the County Assembly's Committee on Implementation visited the site, they found that the contractor had only supplied materials. Contrary to the Finance Department's report to the Assembly, that kitchen and staff house was at the walling stage, while the MCH is at the slab level, which was true, Mr. Speaker. Nothing was there, but the contractor claimed to have done that. Roman number 6, other violations of Constitution and the law. Number 25, the present and former Chief Executive Committee members and the chief officers have variously reported coercion by the governor to make financial allocation for the governor's own use from funds allocated to their respective departments, and which funds they were required to remit through the governor's personal assistants. Number 26, Mr. Speaker, violation of Article 201A, D, E of the Constitution 2010 on principles of public finance management, and Article 226 as read with Article 227 of the Constitution by presiding over glaring irregularities evidenced by number A, irregular award of contracts and evasion of accountability. Number B, willfully interfering in procurement processes and award of tenders. Number C, skewed tender awards to various contractors at inflated rate and in collusion with fraudulent contractors and suppliers. Number D, irregular implementation and unfair distribution of various programs in the county. And number E, intentionally and negligently presiding over massive theft of county public funds, as evidenced by the Auditor General's report for the preceding financial years, which have raised red flags over various projects. Number 27, Mr. Speaker, on August 15th, 2023, the governor compensated victims of Londiani accident from the county emergency fund to cover up for the funds raised by the public and misappropriated by a committee he had formed to steer the fund drive, and without a cogent explanation of how the funds publicly raised for the victims had been expended. Evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, and complicity in the aforementioned acts of misappropriation, misallocation, and illegal drawing of county revenue and county finances is to be found in Roman number 1, report of the ad hoc committee on the alleged fictitious payments, that is exhibit number 1. Roman number 2, a bundle of sample vouchers payment requisitions, delivery notes, LSOs, etc. on the payments made. Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 2. Roman number 3, Joint Committee Report of the County Assembly on the implementation status of National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, NAFCDP, in Kericho County. Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 3. Roman number 4, World Bank Project Implementation Manual for NAFCDP, Kericho County Exhibit number 4. Number 5, Joint Committee Report on the implementation status of FLOCA programs, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 5. Roman number 6, Report on the ADO Committee on Kazim Tani Project, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 6. Roman number 7, Committee on Implementation Report on the motion of Strategic Intervention Project, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 7. Roman number 8, a bundle of vouchers for the payment of various projects under the Strategic Intervention Projects, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 8. Roman number 9, affidavits of Mr. Eric Mutai, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 9. This is a former CEC who has a lot of transactions to the governor. And number 10, video clips marked KAV 01 and KAV 02. This, Mr. Speaker, is one where the governor was addressing the public in Kamolok village just recently. And another one is where he talked about, I nowadays have money. I used not to have money, because we have to revisit that, Mr. Speaker. Roman number 2. Misappropriating and or abetting misappropriation of the funds publicly raised for the victims of Londiani accident. Number 1, on various dates between 4th July 2023 and 9th July 2023, the governor grossly violated the provisions of Article 10, 75, 73 and 75 of the Constitution and Sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. Number A, overseeing misappropriation of funds for the victims of horrendous Londiani Junction accident tragedy, in which over Kenya shillings 9 million of the public funds were lost. Number B, reneging on his undertaking to implement the report of the County Assembly's ADO Committee formed to probe the misappropriation of funds meant for the victims of the accident. There is evidence that the governor filed a suit and or supported a suit by those implicated in the report of the County Assembly's ADO Committee in Kericho ELRC petition number E006 of 2023. That is Dr. Wesley Kabor and 5 others versus the governor, the county government of Kericho County government and others, and Kericho ELRC petition number E014 2023, that is Victor Tum and others versus the governor, Kericho County government and others. Number C, being personally and directly complicit in the flawed award of direct tenders for service providers during the fundraiser and requiem mass of the victims of the accident. Number D, the county governor has in his regard committed numerous and various acts in the course of his duties that are contrary to and in violation of Constitution and laws of Kenya. These include Roman number 1, the authenticity of various payments made cannot be confirmed. The fact that the exact amount of money expended from the sum collected during the fundraiser points to impropriety and suggests a clear fraud on those whom the funds ought to have benefited. Roman number 2, a total of Kenya shillings 13 682,660 was collected at the fundraiser. A sum of Kenya shillings 423,000, that is in figures, Kenya shillings 423,000 was purportedly expended as pastors' facilitation, transport refund, field preparation, lunches and refreshments, printing, publishing, and radio announcements. Other payments that were approved from the fund were the Kericho County Referral Hospital. They were allocated 2,037,524. Londiani Hospital, Kenya shillings 1,534,190. Supertrix Limited, Kenya shillings 2,945,000. Supershine Limited, Kenya shillings 411,000. Raise Hotel, Kenya shillings 100,000. County Commissioners Fuel, Kenya shillings 300,000. Roman number 3. That when Kenyans from all walks of life voluntarily made contributions to aid the victims of the tragedy, it was never intended or anticipated that the funds would be misappropriated with the blessings of the governor, whom had a higher calling to ensure the money is accounted for to the last coin, and on whom the people bestowed their trust. Roman number 4. The governor issued contradictory statement insofar as the use of the fund is concerned. The contradictory statements point to his being complicit in the manner. Roman number 5. While the governor is on record indicating that the medical bills for all the victims would be waived and taken care of by the county government, it is not clear why money had to be paid out of the fund collected to various public hospitals against the express and unequivocal representations of the governor. Number E, by his act of omission and commission, the governor has grossly violated the provisions of Article 75 of the Constitution, which demands that a state officer shall, whether in private or in public, behave in a manner that avoids conflicts of interest between personal interests and public or official interest, or compromises public interest in favor of personal interest. Number F, by overseeing misappropriation of the funds aimed at assisting the victims of the accident, the governor violated Article 73(2), which demands from him selfless service based solely on public interest, demonstrated by honesty in execution of his duties, accountability to the public for decisions and actions, and discipline and commitment in service. Number G, by allowing himself to be a master of doublespeak in such grave matter that shook the conscience of the nation, the governor violated Article 73, 1A, 2, 3 of the Constitution, which demands that he at all times demonstrates respect to the people and brings honor and dignity to the office he holds. Number H, by allowing himself and senior officials close to him to benefit from the funds, the governor violated Article 76(2)(b) of the Constitution, which prohibits state officer from accepting a benefit in circumstances that compromise the integrity of the state officer. Number I, by failing to ensure that decision making in the executive office of the county governor are not influenced by corruption, nepotism, and other callous and improper motives, the governor has failed to exercise objectivity and impartiality, thus violating Article 73(2)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, and complicity in the acts of misappropriation and or abetting misappropriation of publicly raised funds is to be found in Roman number 1, the report on the investigation of Londiani accident victims held on 4th July 2024, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 10. Roman number 2, affidavit filed by the governor in Kericho ELRC petition number E014 of 2023, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 11. And Roman number 3, video clips number KCAV 3 and KCAV 4 and KCAV 5. Mr. Speaker, this is where the governor, when the report, when you formed the other committee, the governor said, I'm waiting for the findings, Mangetu Chita. When the report was tabled, the governor called a press conference and said his hands were tied. He cannot act on the report. And I think number 5, Mr. Speaker, we will soon find out the clip because it puts the governor in the crime scene. Roman number B, abuse of office. Number 1, illegal appointments, unlawful dismissals and transfers, and usurpation of the constitutional and statutory functions of the county public service. Number 1, the governor has variously engaged in number 1, gross misconduct. Roman number 2, gross violation of Article 10, 73, 75, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution. Roman number 3, gross violation of Section 17 of the Public Officer Ethics Act, Section 55, Section 59, Section 59A, Section 60, Section 62, Section 63, Section 64, and Section 65 of the County Governments Act, Section 4 of the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017, and variously abused his office by skewed, uncompetitive, nepotic appointments of county employees on various cadres. For instance, the governor recently hired his own brother, one Victor Mutai, as a revenue clerk. It is on record. Similarly, the governor's personal assistant's wife, one Chepkirui Masi, who was recently hired as a nurse on contract basis, was confirmed, yet there are a number of nursing staff who have been serving on contract for long without confirmation. And Mr. Speaker, this nurse graduated in 2023, and we have nurses who graduated in 2015. They were never considered, yet they applied for the position. This is an irregularity, Mr. Speaker. Number B, illegally appointing one Mrs. Alice Bett, now judge of the High Court, as the county attorney when there was a substantive office holder, an act which the Employment and Labor Relations Court, Honorable Lady Justice Wasilwa, affirmed was irregular, unprocedural, unlawful in Sang versus Governor, Kericho County, and 2 others, petition E001 of 2023. In that case, the governor was found by the court to be in gross violation of Article 73 and 232 of the Constitution. His actions found to be illegal and unconstitutional and ordered to pay costs of Kenya shillings 2 million and costs personally. The governor has therefore been already adjudged to be in gross violation of the law, and all the Assembly and Senate. Mr. Speaker, this is even one count that can make the governor not to hold office again. Number C, causing the advertisement of the position of doctors, nurses, early childhood ECD education, ECD teachers, just to endear himself politically when he knew the county government did not have capacity to hire. The applicants were subsequently not shortlisted, nor the alleged vacancies filled up. It is only the other day where nurses and all the other cadres were filled, but for the ECD teachers to date, they have never been filled. Number D, illegally deploying health staff via notice dated 22nd July 2024 without any justification, authority, and involvement of the County Public Service Board, thus creating a crisis in health sector. Number E, since his assumption in office, the governor has dismissed a total of 10 county executive committee members, that is the CECs, 6 chief officers, 2 chiefs of staff, and among other senior county staff without any cause or reason, thus exposing the county to protracted litigation and the risk of huge compensation in damages. The governor has perpetuated his firing spree not for any reason, but as a show of might, power, and authority. And that is where the abuse lies. Mr. Speaker, the last 6 CECs were fired via a Facebook post one evening before the Christmas. Very unfortunate, very unethical. Mr. Speaker, evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, and complicity in the foregoing acts of illegal appointments, unlawful dismissals and transfers, and usurpation of constitutional and statutory functions of the county organs is to be found in Roman number 1. Judgment of the Employment and Labor Relations Court in Kericho in the case of Collins Sang versus Governor Kericho County and 2 others. Petition E001 of 2023, and it was confirmed in 2024. That is KEELRC, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 12. Roman number 2, a bundle of notices from the governors dismissing the CECs, COs, and other staff. Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 13. Roman number 3, copies of bundle of sample court documents filed in various cases. Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 14. Roman number 2, subversion, discrediting, and impeding of the oversight role of the County Assembly. Number 1, on September 13, 2024, the governor engaged in 1, gross misconduct. Number 2, gross violated the provisions of Article 10, that is, and grossly violated the provisions of Article 10, Article 73, Article 75, Article 174, and Article 185(3) of the Constitution, and abused his office by writing to the Speaker, purporting to direct the Speaker on, inter alia, the timelines the Speaker should give the chief officers who are summoned by the Assembly for questioning in exercise of the Assembly's oversight mandate. Evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, complicity in the foregoing acts of subversion, discrediting, and impeding of the oversight role of the County Assembly is to be found in number 1, a letter by the governor dated 20th August 2024 addressed to the Speaker of the County Assembly of Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 15, and 2, a letter from the Speaker to the governor dated 3rd September 2024, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 16. Number C, charge number C, gross misconduct. Number 1, bullying, incitement, vilification of people and county staff. Number 1, on various occasions, the governor has repeatedly engaged in 1, Roman number 1, gross misconduct, and Roman number 2, gross violation of the provisions of Article 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution, and Sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act by, number A, the governor has been operating with impunity as though he is above the law. On the second day of being sworn in office, the governor led a mob to invade a private land owned by one Mr. Josiah Kiblangat Kogo within Kericho town and tore down the fence. The governor has since designated the land as an illegal dump site operated by the county government without the consent of the registered proprietor, National Environmental Management Authority, that is NEMA, approval, gazettement by the county designating the parcel as a dump site, and in total disregard of a court order issued by the Environment and Land Court in Kericho in ELC petition number E001 of 2022. That is Josiah Kiblangat Kogo versus the county government of Kericho. The governor has also obstructed the enforcement of the orders by the police administration. The actions are illegal, contemptuous to the authority and dignity of the court and the rule of law, unethical and demeaning the office of the governor, the governor holds. Further, as a result of the illegal actions of the governor, the county was condemned to pay costs. Number B, none of the dismissed CECs, CEOs, chiefs of staff, and other senior county staff were given fair administrative action. That is due process and hearing, thus violating the provisions of Article 41, fair labor practices, Article 47, fair administrative action, and Article 51, fair hearing of the Constitution. Number C, the governor has persistently intimidated, molested, and harassed county officers who do not sing to his tune, leaving officers jittery and creating an atmosphere of fear, uncertainty, and despondency in the county, and thus creating a toxic work environment. This violates the provision of sections 11 and 13 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. And number D, the governor has persistently used divisive and unbecoming language, which undermines the office he holds, contrary to section 8 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. Number E, the acts of the governor enumerated above have collectively brought dishonor and disrepute into the office of the governor in violation of Chapter 6 of the Constitution and Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. Evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, and complicity in the preceding acts of incitement, vilification, and indecent sexual conduct found in affidavit of Joseph Kiblangat Kogo, sworn in on Joseph Kiblangat Kogo, sworn in on 23rd September, sworn on 23rd September 2023 in support of notice of that one. And then we have judgment of the ELC petition number E001 of 2022, Josiah Kiblangat Kogo versus the county government of Kericho. Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 18. Video clips numbered KCAV, KCAV 6, KCAV 7, KCAV 8. Of course, these are the ones where the governor is talking. Mr. Speaker, we will have, there is a typo because we don't have the other part of this. Mr. Speaker, up to that, I want to believe I'm done. Mr. Speaker, I long to the time we'll move this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much, the Honorable Honorable members, before we proceed to the other order of business, I thought it wise that using standing order number 1, there is a submission to this County Assembly of Kericho. That is a request for consideration of an impeachment motion against His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai, of which I will share with the motion mover. But if you may permit me, because of the interest of the public, I will just read it. The letter is addressed to the Speaker, County Assembly of Kericho, PO Box 1122, 2200 Kericho, Kenya, and CC to the Clerk, County Assembly of Kericho, PO Box 112, 2200 Kericho, Kenya. It was received by our offices, Office of the Clerk, today at 6 August 2025. Also, Office of the Speaker, the same dates. 1, and I'll read. a defining moment for Kericho County. Honorable Speaker, honorable members of the County Assembly, history is calling, and it is calling you. I hope you are listening. This letter is addressed to the honorable members, it's only through the speaker and the clerk. I repeat, number one, a defining moment for Kericho County. Honorable Speaker, honorable members of the County Assembly, history is calling, and it is calling you. This is not about politics, it's not about tribes or factions. It is about the soul of Kericho County. It is about whether we allow impunity to flourish under the cover of popularity, and whether we rise courageously and constitutionally to defend the principles enshrined in our supreme law. You swore an oath not to individuals, not to political expediency, but to uphold and defend the Constitution and the law without fear or favor. That oath is being tested today. Number two, why we are here again. You will recall that this Assembly, acting in accordance with Article 185 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Government Act, once impeached His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai on grave allegations of A, gross violation of the Constitution, B, abuse of office and unethical conduct, C, mismanagement and misuse of county resources. The matter went before the Senate. Let us be clear, the Senate did not acquit him on merit. The case was never dismissed as baseless. The process collapsed only because of the 2/3 majority threshold that was not met. The allegations, therefore, remain a constitutional wound unhealed and now reopened by fresh evidence of fraudulent and fictitious payments confirmed in the ad hoc committee report that this House adopted on 5th August 2025. This is not a deja vu, this is an escalation. Number three, the new evidence, a constitutional alarm bell. The ad hoc committee report reads like an audit of shame. A, fraudulent and fictitious payment running into millions of shillings. B, irregular procurement processes, use of public funds without lawful authority. This is not rumor, this is not hearsay, this is documented, tabled, adopted by you, the representatives of the people. Reading this is not communication from the chair, it is just that we have received, and normally it didn't come as petition. If it was a petition, we should have committed it before petition. So allow me to finish. And we must say it bluntly, these violations are not accidental, they are not administrative errors, they are a pattern, a system enabled, permitted, and perpetuated by the governor. 4, responsibility. The buck stops with the governor. We anticipate the governor's likely defense. It was not me, it was my officers. Honorable members, we have heard this song before. It played during the first impeachment, it will play again, but the law and common sense rejects it. Section 33F of the County Government Act states, in black and white, the governor shall be accountable for the management and use of county resources, not the chief officer, not the accountant, the governor. This responsibility is personal, non-transferable, and constitutional. To excuse the governor on grounds that it was the officers will make impeachment an illusion, a dead letter. As the Supreme Court held in Mumo Matemu versus Trusted Society, integrity is about fitness to hold office, not criminal conviction. A governor who presides over financial growth is constitutionally unfit, whether or not he signed the voucher himself. 5, a lesson from the nature, the scorpion and the frog. Permit me a fable. A scorpion begged a frog to ferry it across the river. The frog hesitated, "You will sting me." The scorpion promised peace. Midway across, the sting came, and they both sank. The frog asked, "Why?" The scorpion replied, "Because it is in my nature." Honorable members, when this governor first faced impeachment, he promised change. He even claimed that his children were still young. He vowed to reform. He sought mercy. The Senate spared him, not because he was innocent, but because the numbers were not enough. Yet here we are again, the same sting, the same poison. Fraudulent payments, fictitious vouchers, a governance culture steeped in opacity. Do we need more proof? Character does not change under comfort. It only depends. 6, constitutional imperative. Why the law gives you power? While the law gives you this power. Article 181 of the Constitution leads grounds for removal of a governor. A, gross violation of the Constitution or any other law, abuse of office, gross misconduct, gross financial impropriety. All 4 apply here. And why does the Constitution entrust you with this power? Because democracy is not mob rule. Popular mandate is not a license to loot. The famous of the Constitution foresaw the Barabbas problem, that sometimes the crowd cheers for the wrong man. That is why you, the County Assembly, are the constitutional speed bump against the tyranny of popularity. 7, the standards. This is political accountability, not a criminal trial. This is not about beyond reasonable doubt. It is not a murder trial. This is political accountability, a sui generis process, as the Supreme Court affirmed in the Wambora case. The standard here is higher than mere suspicion, but lower than criminal proof. It is the standard of reasoned political judgment. And what is before you? A pattern of violations, fresh evidence of fraudulent payments, a governor who has demonstrated incapacity or unwillingness to govern within the law. Number 8, if you excuse this, if you turn away, you declare open season for theft in Kericho, you send a chilling message, loot with abandon. When caught, blame your genius. When someone hide behind technicalities, the assembly will do nothing. But if you act, you send a different message. Kericho County is not Kusaidikika. Here the Constitution breathes. Here integrity trumps impunity. Number 9, closing appeal. This is not a fiction. As Dr. Mudombi Tiankolu told the Supreme Court, even if you were to look at this case with the most generous set of eyes, even if you were as benevolent as Father Christmas, the verdict is the same. This is not much ado about nothing. It is much ado about something grave. This assembly is not a theater of tragicomedy. It is a temple of constitutionalism. Kericho is bleeding. The hammer fage must stop. You hold the scalpel. Use it. What next? That's number 10. The people of the great county of Kericho are waiting to see a proposed motion like this. And I'm reading, don't quote that, pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act and standing orders of this Assembly, this House resolves to initiate the process of removing from office His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai, Governor of Kericho County, on the grounds of gross violation of the Constitution, abuse of office, and gross financial impropriety, as established by the ad hoc committee report adopted by this House. Number 11, declaration. I hereby declare that this letter is made in good faith, free of malice, and in the public interest to uphold constitutional values, ensure integrity in county leadership. Signed by Nicholas Kipkemo Chumba, ID number, ward, phone, dated 6th August. These were now, honorable members, after consultation with the clerk, since we could not commit it under petitions, I will just hand over to the motion mover so that you can perhaps, if the motion, when the time of debate and adoption, you can consider, the House can consider the issues that have been raised. But as you all know, honorable members, that now that we have a motion, a notice of motion to remove the governor, we are guided by our standing orders. That is, I'll refer you to standing order number 70, and from there onwards, we shall be communicating on the other issues as envisaged by the standing order, more so on matters of public participation, and even giving the governor who is accused the right to be heard. So please be guided accordingly. Our offices, that is the office of the Speaker and the clerk, shall be communicating in due course on the next course of action, as well as the date when the governor shall appear here and a vote shall be taken to determine the impeachment process. So, honorable members, that is what I have to say in regards to this notice of motion. And now we can proceed to the other order of business. Clerk, next order.
Motion by the Chairman of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
That is the notices of motion. Not that is, we are continuing with notices of motion. Clerk.
Notice of motion by Chairman of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
Yes, the Chairman, Agriculture and Fisheries. This is the joint, I want to believe this is the joint committee by both two committees, that is agriculture as well as cooperatives. Yes, give notice of your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. I would like to give the notice of motion raised by Honorable Philip Rono on the implementation status of National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, NAVCPD, in Kericho County.
All right, thank you. Next.
Notice of motion by Chairman of Implementation Committee.
The Honorable Dr. Moses.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I wish to give a notice of motion that this House adopt the report on the motion by Honorable Philip Bruno on the implementation status of strategic intervention projects in the county. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you so much. The next order.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
All right, the Honorable Chairman, Agriculture. Our next order, sorry.
Order number 8, motion by the Chairman of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
The Honorable Chairman, Julius Shield. And I will direct that you start from observation and recommendations.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the guidance you have given to me.
Order, Honorable. This is not the strategic intervention one. So for this is NAV CDP.
Thank you.
I want you to start from page number 9. Number 9. Page number 9. Yes, the Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. 4.2.
Number 9. As you can summarize from page number 9.
Committal to Joint Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries and Cooperative Management, Tourism and Wildlife. The motion was committed to Joint Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries and Cooperative Management, Tourism on 15th July 2025 for inquiry and reporting to the House. The County Assembly Clerk wrote to the County Executive Committee member in charge of Agriculture, Livestock and Cooperative to respond on the issue raised in the motion. Response. Motion by the County Executive member in charge of Agriculture, Livestock and Cooperative. The County Executive member in charge of Agriculture, Livestock and Cooperative responded to the motion via a letter reference as Ref KEC 33/1, Volume 1/143, dated 29 July 2025. See Annexure 2 being a copy of the response from the County Executive Committee member in charge of Agriculture and Cooperative. Mr. Speaker, the Joint Committee held meetings to deliberate on response from the County Executive member in charge of Agriculture and Cooperative as responded. Joint Committee oversight visited the projects funded by NAVCPD on 31st July 2025. The Joint Committee made oversight visit to the project funded by NAVCPD in the county to ascertain the facts against the response by the CCM on the implementation status of NAVCPD projects as follows. Mr. Speaker, I would like to report to you that we subdivided ourselves into groups and we visited all the offices of our sub-counties that are designated for these NAVCPD projects, ward findings, observation, and provision of the law. Number 1, Kaliet Almasi Sacco Society, which is in Society Limited, which is in Kericho Ward. findings. The official of the society could not be found as their office was closed at the time of the visit. Observation. Provision of the law. Dash. Kamashan Sako Society. Kamashan work. Benefited on office table, fireproof cabinet and office and cabinet, fireproof cabinet and office. Not livery and assets registered to prove that they were supplied by the NAPCBD. Number 3, that is Cognac, 2-year Sako Limited. The Sako benefited on chair, fireproof cabinet with broken glasses and office table. Not livery, notes and classes and assets registered to prove that they were supplied. This is in contravention of Section 48 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. The inspection Number 6, Seretut Cheptororiet Ward, Torochka Sako Society Limited. Nothing was found. I think nothing was reported on the site. Number 7, Sikawet Ward, Sikawet CDDC Sako Society Limited. Benefited from NAPCBD on office chair, including chair, table, and cabinet, and cash disbursement of 410,000. No delivery notes and assets registered to prove that they were supplied by NAPCBD. No banking in-slip statement to ascertain the cash disbursement. There was contravention of Section 158 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Kable Lartet Sako Society benefited from NAPCBD on office chair, table, and cabinet, and cash disbursement of 410,000. No delivery notes and assets registered to prove that they were supplied by NAPCBD. No banking in-slip statement to ascertain in the cash. This is contravention of Section 48 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal 2015, the inspection and acceptance. Mr. Speaker, we are in number 10, that is Soin Sako Society Limited. Benefited from NAPCBD on office chair, table, cabinet, and cash disbursement of 410,000. No delivery notes and assets registered to prove that they were supplied by the NAPCBD. No banking in-slip statements to ascertain the cash disbursement. This is in contravention of Section 48 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. The inspection and the acceptance committee did not carry out due diligence before the acceptance of goods as the goods were delivered in bad state. Number 11, Chemosad Ward, Ufalme Wallet Sako Limited. Benefited from NAPCBD on office cabinet, table, executive chair, desktop, computer. No delivery notes and assets registered to prove that they were delivered. This is in contravention of Section 48 of Public Procurement and Assets Disposal. The inspection and the acceptance committee did not carry out any due diligence before the acceptance of goods as they were delivered in bad state. Number 12, Cherobus Sako Society. Benefited from NAPCBD fireproof filing cabinet, office chair, and table, complete computer desktop has received 110 inclusion grant. No delivery notes and assets registered to prove that they were supplied by NAPCBD. no banking in slip statement to ascertain the supplied taxes to supplied by to ascertain the cash disbursement. This in contravention of Section 48 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Mr. Speaker, we go to number 13. That is the Chilchila Sacco Society. The Sacco office were closed at the time of visit, pending approval by CPSC due to lack of funds for implementation of inclusion grant. Kisiara Ward. Kisiara Sacco Society Limited benefited on fireproof metal cabinet, complete computer, desktop, Epson printer, and office chair and table, pending approval by CPSC due to lack of funds for implementation. The Pesonic Katepu Sacco Society. During the scheduled ward visit, the Sacco premises located at the Pesonic Center was closed, pending approval by CPSC due to lack of funds for implementation. Mr. Speaker, we go to number 19. That is Kipchimchim Ward. Kipchimtai Sacco Society Limited benefited on office table, chair, fireproof metal cabinet, desktop computer, printer, Epson Mac, CPU, and interrupted power supply, UPS, no financial support, no delivery document on the same, pending approval by CPSC due to lack of funds for implementation of the inclusion grant. Number 12, Kipchebor Sacco Society benefited from Sacco on office table, chair, fireproof metal cabinet, desktop computer, printer, that is Epson Makeup, CPU, uninterrupted power supply, UPS, no financial support, no delivery document on the same, pending approval by the CPSC due to lack of funds for implementation. Mr. Speaker, we go to number 25. That is Kabianga, which is in Kabianga Ward, Kabianga Porot Sacco Society, pending approval by CPSC due to lack of funds for implementation of the inclusion grant. 26, Freelance Litain Ward, Freelance Sacco Society Limited, benefited on office table, chair, fireproof, cabinet, desktop computer, printer, Epson Makeup, CPU, uninterrupted power supply, UPS, no financial support, no delivery document on the same, pending approval by CPSC due to lack of funds for implementation of inclusion grant. Kapkatet Ward benefited on office table, pending approval by Sacco, I think Kapkatet Sacco Society Limited. Benefited on fire table, chair, fireproof metal desktop computer, printer, Epson, that is Mac, CPU, uninterrupted power supply, UPS, no financial support, no delivery document on the same. CPSC due to lack of funds for implementation of the inclusion grant. Number 28, Cheblanget, which is Cheblanget Ward, Cheblanget Sacco, pending approval by CPSC due to lack of funds for implementation of the inclusion grant. 29, Tendeno Socket, Inua Mkulima Sacco Society. The Sacco Society Limited has not yet complied to the condition of the NAPCPD support. Number 30, Mr. Speaker, that is Chaik Ward, Chaik CDC Sacco Society has not started yet. It had not met the criteria needed. The Sacco Society has not yet. The Sacco Society Limited has not yet complied to the condition of the NAPCPD support. Number B, status of FPOS inclusion grant. That is number, project, word, findings, observation. I think this, is it repetition? It's okay. Project, word, finding, observation. Number 1, that is Kipkelion. The project name is Cheptil Bay FCS Limited. Findings: the society office was closed at the time of the visit. Observation: proposal has been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Jelilis, that is in Jelilis New FCS Limited, that is in Jemosot. Proposal have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Retain the FCS Limited, that is Kipagenge. Proposal have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Kabianga FCS Limited. The society have received support from the county, including capacity building during the procurement process of the tractor and the farm implement through NAPCPD programs. The society has started value addition, packaging, fresh milk, yogurt, and mala. I think this is the project that has started its work through NAPCPD. Among us, some that will be highlighted as we move on. Waldai, Sewa FCS Housing Cooperative Society Limited. The society was yet to benefit from the NAPCPD program since it was awaiting an inclusion grant of Kenya shilling 700,000. Proposal has been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Mr. Speaker, we go to Seretut, that is Chepteroriet Ward, Seretut FCS Limited. The society had been proposed a feed mixer which is yet to be delivered. The feed's raw materials was applied without a mixer, straining the operation of the society. Have been promised a tractor. Proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Number 7, Kapsusir. I think Kapsusir Ward. Chemasis Poultry FCS. Proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Mr. Speaker, number 8, Soin Poultry FCS Limited. Proposal have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Kablelarte Teluji FCS Limited. Proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Pinyin FCS, which is in Kapsaos, also the same. Kericho Avocado FCS, which is in Kapsoid Ward. The society have not received received any support from the county government or NAPCPD. The proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Number 12, Ainamoy, which is Ainamoy Ward, Kerain Corn FCS Limited. The society has not received any support from NAPCBD or county government. Proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Mr. Speaker, we go to Kipkelion. Lava FCS Limited. Proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Kunyak FCS Limited. Thank you. Received 4,500 coffee seedling. The proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Tebesonic Minor FCS Limited. Proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Chilchil Award, Songonyet FCS Limited. The society have not received any support from NAPCBD or county government. Proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Soliat Kiboywa FCS Limited. Proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. We go to number 18, which is Chepseon Kichawir FCS Limited. The society has not received any support from NAPCBD or county government. Proposal have been forwarded to NAPCBD. NPCU for approval. Number 19.
What is it, Honorable Whip?
Mr. Speaker, I stand under standing order number 30, Mr. Speaker, to seek for extension of time, owing the fact that it's already going 5. And Mr. Speaker, I would want to because of the nature of business that we have, I would want to seek extension of time until the business of this evening ends. Maybe I would request Honorable Philip Mutai to second.
Philip Mutai.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise to second on the extension of time, given that we still have huge business before us. We still have the chairman, the joint chairman, Agriculture and Cooperative, is still deliberating on the report, and I think we still have one pending report on implementation. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to second. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Philip Mutai. I now propose the question that this House extends time as proposed by the Honorable Aaron Rotich, the majority party whip, until we dispense off with the matters beforehand. I now rise to put the question that this House extends time from our normal setting because of the nature of the work that we have until we dispense off with the matters on the order paper. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Proceed, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and also the majority whip for taking care of our much needed time to dispense on this matter once and for all. Mr. Speaker, we are in number 18, that is Chepseon Ward, Kichawir FCS Limited. The society has not received any NAPCBD or county government money. Proposals have been forwarded to NAPCBD and PCU for approval. Kedawa Kimuguri Ward, Ruskebe FCS Limited have benefited on tractor and forage chopper from NAPCBD. Proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Mr. Speaker, I think this is the last ward that has been formed, that has formed the SACCO, which is Sikawit Koshaitan FCS Limited. The society has not received any support from NAFCPD or county government. Proposals have been forwarded to NPCU for approval. Mr. Speaker, the meeting with the Department of Agriculture, Livestock and Cooperative NAFCPD Steering Committee. The Joint Committee meeting with the Department of Agriculture, Livestock and Cooperative NAFCPD Steering on 2nd August to deliberate on issues raised in the motion by Hon. Philip Rono regarding the implementation status, success and challenges of NAFCPD program in the county. During the meeting, the NAFCPD submitted the following to the committee. That the National Value Chain Development Project, NAFCPD, is a World Bank project NAFCPD is a World Bank funded project implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, that is MOALD, through the State Department for Crop Development, that is SDCD. The NAFCPD is implemented in the 34 counties covering the following areas, that is Mount Kenya, Kirinyaga, Nyandarua, Kiambu, Murang'a, Embu, Meru, Nyeri, and Tharaka Nithi. The Lower Eastern, number 2, Machakos, Makueni, Kitui. Number 3, North Rift, Trans Nzoia, Nandi, Uasin Gishu. Number 4, Central Rift, that is Narok, Nakuru, Bomet, Kericho, and Kajiado. Nyanza, Kisii, Migori, Nyamira, Kisumu, Siaya, and Homa Bay. Number 5, Western, that is Kakamega, Busia, Vihiga, and Bungoma. Number 6, Kwale, Kilifi, Taita Taveta, and Tana River, and Nairobi. The project NAFCPD uses the community-driven development, that is CDD, and value chain approach. Mr. Speaker, I would like, since the committee was chaired by 2 chairmen, that is the agriculture and cooperative, I would like also to share my minutes to my co-chair, that is the chair cooperative, to continue from there. Thank you, and I hope you will consider my request. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Request granted, Chair Cooperative, Honorable Philip Mutai.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for granting me this opportunity to continue where my colleague, the Chairman for Agriculture. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to continue from 5.0, that is Joint Committee findings. The Joint Committee, having conducted oversight visits, establish the following. 1, that there are SACCOs, societies and farmers cooperative society. Those are the farmer producer organizations in the county with management structures. 2, that the farmers cooperative societies, that is farmer producer organizations, are only found in 19 wards. 3, that is Roman 3, that the SACCO societies and farmers cooperative societies, that is farmer producer organizations, made the request for support funding under NAFCPD programs. Roman 4, that the community-driven development committees, CTDC, of SACCOs and FBOs informed the joint committees that they were not notified by the county project coordinating unit, that is CU on the dates of the delivery of tables, chairs, and desktop computers. Roman 5, most SACCO officials and FPOs officials confirm that they were not issued with delivery notes of the furnitures, computers, chairs, and office desks to ascertain the supplies. Roman 6, most of the office furniture delivered to the FPOs and SACCOs was substandard, such as cabinets with broken glasses delivered to Tuyo SACCO. Roman 7, that the mode of disbursement of funds to the SACCO and societies could not be ascertained during the time of committee interrogation of the amount indicated as disbursed to the SACCOs and societies. 6.0, that is the Joint Committee Observation. The Joint Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries, Cooperative Management, Tourism and Wildlife observed that Roman 1, that there was mass farmer registration program, that is the farmers profiling exercise, was conducted in all the 30 wards of Kericho and involving all the key stakeholders in each ward, including the farmers, AGPs, village managers, and area chiefs. Roman 2, the participatory integrated community development, that is PICT, process which involves the community to identify problems within the wards as well as opportunities and interventions documented in the PICT report. CDPs and LMAPs were also conducted in all the 30 wards of Kericho. Roman 3, the AGP program covers all the 30 wards of Kericho with each ward initially having 7 AGPs. I think those are agripreneurs, Mr. Speaker. A total of 210 AGPs who are paid a facilitation fee of Kenya shillings 10,000 based on the performance as provided by the circular from National Project Coordination Unit, NPCU, through the Joint Agricultural Sector Intergovernmental Secretariat. Details of payment is provided in the response by the County Executive Committee member in charge of Agriculture, Livestock, FBO inclusion grant, C, enterprise development for FPOs, D, agripreneurs, AGP payments, E, approved investment under farmer-led irrigation development, that is FLID, and market access and infrastructure development. 1, on the cost of each project and payments made and to whom, and the response is as captured in the response by the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock, and cooperative. The cost and payments associated with each NAFCBD funded project are detailed in response submitted by the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock, and cooperative. 2, the signatories to the NAFCBD projects account as follows: Caleb Kimweno Kirui, that is the county project coordinator, NAFCBD program. Roman 2 is Alfred Kipkemboy, that is the county project accountant, NAFCBD. 3, the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock, and cooperative did not provide a comprehensive report on the outcomes and effectiveness of NAFCBD programs implemented. Specifically, there was no clear assessment of whether the program objectives were achieved, the actual impact on local farmers, livelihoods, productivity or incomes, challenges encountered during implementation, and lessons learned, sustainability measures, or as follow-ups. This may undermine accountability and evaluation of value for money, inform planning for future programs, and trust among stakeholders. Number 4, the procurement of furniture and equipment under the NAPCBT program was conducted centrally with minimal involvement of key stakeholders such as CTDC, SACCOs, and FBOs officials. This undermines the principle of transparency in procurement, decision making, and lack of ownership. 5, many recipient SACCOs, FBOs lack proper financial records, including receipts, disbursement locus, and asset acquisition documentation. This may lead to difficulty in tracking the use of funds disbursement under NAPCBT program. Number 6, there was absence of essential delivery documents such as receipts, delivery notes, and procurement reports. This hinders the ability to fully verify the distribution of assets to SACCOs, FBOs, and accountability in line with the procurement procedures. It clearly indicates non-compliance with procurement procedures pursuant to Section 70 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act of 2015. Number 7, the office furniture and equipment supplied under the NAPCBT program were largely of substandard quality. This raised several concerns and non-compliance with procurement pursuant to Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. It can also be noted that this reduces usability and lifespan of the supplied items, undermining trust in the program and compromising the program's efficiency and impact. Number 8, there was notable lack of delivery documentation, such as delivery notes, goods received, vouchers, or asset registers. For assets distributed to most SACCOs and farmer producer organization, that is FBOs, under the NAPCBT program, this led to the inability to verify actual receipt of the procured items at grassroots level. Non-compliance with standard procurement procedures, limited traceability and accountability for asset, delivered an increased risk of asset misappropriation or loss. Number 9, there is no clarity on the issues of SACCO, FBO, CTDCs, NAPCBT Steering Committee in the implementation of the programs and procurement process specified in the Inclusion Grant Guidelines 2024. This comprises on accountability and transparency by individual level in implementation of the NAPCBT programs. Number 10, the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock, and cooperatives did not provide specific details on payments made to SACCOs and farmers producer organizations. The omission may result in limited financial transparency on fund utilization, inability to verify actual disbursement and trace payments to intended recipients. This is in a contravention of Article 195(2)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, as read together with Section 27 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, that is Section 1C, which states that a person commits an offense where the person fails or disobeys without sufficient cause to. Roman 1, answer fully and satisfactorily all questions put to the person under Section 18. Roman 2, produce any document, paper, book, or record in the person's possession, custody, or control, which the person has been required to produce under Section 18. Number 2, A person who commits an offense under subsection 1 is liable on conviction to a fine not exceeding 200,000 shillings or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months or both. 7.0, that is joint committee recommendation. The joint committee recommendation is as follows. Number 1, that the county executive committee member in charge of agriculture, livestock and cooperative should ensure future reports include qualitative assessment as to impact on farmer livelihoods, profitability and sustainability of interventions, atop a result-based reporting framework that connects inputs and activities to measurable changes at the farmer and community level. Number 2, that will improve accountability and transparency. A public financial disclosure summary should be shared quarterly with key stakeholders, that is SACCOs, FBOs, CTTCs, and county assembly, and all beneficiaries, that is the SACCOs, FBOs, ATPs, should sign acknowledgement for funds or items received, and payment should be tied to performance, milestone, and verification through field monitoring and audits. Number 3, that the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock, and cooperative management produce and disseminate periodic outcome and impact reports aligned with project objectives and key performance indicators to integrate, monitor, evaluation, and learning as a core component of program implementation by involving local stakeholders in the impact assessment process to ensure findings reflect grassroots realities and link future funding or program pace to measurable performance indicators and result-based reporting. Number 4, that the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock, and cooperative and NAPCVD steering committee to adopt a more participatory procurement approach involving local stakeholders, that is the CTTC, SACCOs, FBOs in planning, specification development, and supplier vetting, and timely communication with SACCOs and FBOs regarding delivery schedules and expected goods, establish a feedback mechanism to capture local concerns on procurement quality and timing, and promoting the standardization procurement for smaller items where feasible to enhance responsiveness and accountability. Number 5, that the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock, and cooperative NAPCVD steering committee provides targeted financial management training for SACCOs, FPOs to build internal capacity in record keeping and reporting, develops and distributes a standardized financial reporting template for all recipients entities, makes complete up-to-date financial documentation as prerequisite for further disbursement or support, introduces periodic financial audits and establishes compliance checklists for SACCOs, FPOs receiving NAPCVD support. Number 6, that the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock, and cooperative and NAPCVD steering committee ensures that all procurement and asset distribution process be supported by complete documentation, including signed delivery notes, receipts, and supply invoices, establish a centralized documentation and record system accessible to the implementing team and oversight bodies, conduct routine documentation audits, incorporate document verification into the monitoring and evaluation framework, and ensure all stakeholders are trained on record keeping standards and compliance expectation. Number 7, that the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock and cooperatives and NAFCPT steering committee implement rigorous pre-delivery inspections and enforce quality control measures during procurement, requiring suppliers to adhere strictly to technical specification with penalties for substandard deliveries, introduce a formal verification and acceptance protocol at the delivery point, involving end user, and maintain a record of supplier performance for use in future procurement decisions. Number 8, that the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock and cooperatives and NAFCPT steering committee provide capacity building and training to ensure each stakeholders understand and execute their roles effectively, and establish oversight and reporting structures at every level within routine audits and community feedback mechanisms. Number 9, that the county executive committee member in charge of agriculture, livestock and cooperatives and NAFCPT steering committee enforce a standard asset delivery and documentation protocol that provide that includes signed delivery notes, receipts, photographic evidence requiring that all asset deliveries be acknowledged in writing by authorized representatives of the receiving SACCOs or FBOs. Establish a centralized asset tracking system with regular updates submitted to the NAFCPT Secretariat and Steering Committee, and include periodic verification, audits and physical inspection as part of the monitoring and evaluation process, and develops and disseminates clear guidelines detailing the roles and responsibilities of each stakeholders in the implementation and procurement process. Number 10, upon approval of this report by the House, the county executive member in charge of agriculture and livestock, NAFCPT programs steering committee provide the county assembly a comprehensive payment schedule indicating names of SACCOs, FPOs and suppliers paid, amount disbursed, dates and purpose of each payment, supporting documents, example payment vouchers, delivery notes, grant agreements. Number 11, that this House involve Articles 195(2)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya and subsection 227(1)(c) and subsection 2 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act 2017 by summoning the county executive member in charge of agriculture, livestock and cooperative and NAFCPT programs to explain on actions, decisions or spending the NAFCPT funds. Acknowledgement. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Joint Committee wishes to thank the officers of the Speaker and the Clerk for the support extended to it in execution of its mandate. Mr. Speaker, sir, pursuant to Standing Order number 204, it is my pleasant duty to table this report of the Joint Committee on the motion by Honorable Philip Rono for consideration by this Honorable House. Mr. Speaker, sir, on behalf of the Joint Committee on Agriculture and Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Management, Tourism and Wildlife, and pursuant to Section 14 of the County Government Act of Kericho County Assembly, Standing Order number 204, it is my pleasant duty to present to this House the Joint Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries and Cooperative Management, Tourism and Wildlife report on the motion by Honorable Philip Rono, County Assembly's Majority Leader, on the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, NAFCPT. that is signed by my colleague, the Chairman Agriculture, Honorable Julius Shelley. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, before at the notice of impeachment, this is a crime scene. So I think we deliberate on this report seriously, and then we take each and every point that has been noted here, because it was really a very tedious assignment before us. We concluded this assignment going round in a single one day, Mr. Speaker, sir. I myself was in charge of Inamusa County, and I did really visited the 6 wards of Ainamoi, and really, Mr. Speaker, I really saw in my own eyes that the program, the missions within this report are real. For example, Mr. Speaker, sir, the cabinets that were dispersed to these cooperative circles was purported to be fireproof, but on seeing the real cabinet that was applied to these circles, they are made up of laminated MDF and glasses. And where or not can a glass be a fireproof? I know from experience, probably within even my office, a fireproof cabinet is made up of a very strong steel or a kind of method that really, when you see in case of any eventuality of fire, it is able to withstand all the strength of fire. Another incident is the chairs and the tables that were provided to these circles are also made up of MDF, light gauge MDF boats, which I think if at the current market value, it is only, I think, if it is so much, it is costing 12,000. But here it has been overrated to cost 40,000. So you see, Mr. Speaker, sir, the injustice that has been done to this county is grievous. And I think to that conclusion, we have concluded that somebody must bear the total responsibility of failing to attend to the procurement laws and every subsection of laws within this constitution. So with that, Mr. Speaker, I call upon Honorable Beatrice, who is Vice Chair, Agriculture Committee. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Philip Mutai. The motion stands seconded by the Honorable Deputy Party Whip and also the Vice Chair Committee on Agriculture. Honorable members, I now propose the question that this House adopts the report of the Joint Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries and Cooperative Management, Tourism and Wildlife on the motion that was moved by Honorable Philip Rono on the implementation status of the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Projects, that is NAF CDP in Kericho County. The floor is now open for debate, and I want to give the Honorable Eric B, the Chair for Health Services. And let's try to stick to 2 minutes, 3 minutes each, so that we get an opportunity, and also given that time is not on our side. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me an opportunity just to make my comments on this report, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, in the morning, mid-morning, I'd actually visited my bosses, and they told me just to report their request, Mr. Speaker. And I'd like to state it categorically that the issue of NAF CBD, Mr. Speaker, the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, is a World Bank and government, national government in conjunction, Mr. Speaker, by supporting the farmers, Mr. Speaker, in the bottom. Meaning, Mr. Speaker, this was a project which is a community-driven program, Mr. Speaker, whereby its role was to improve the production and, of course, Mr. Speaker, to give value to the production from the farmers, Mr. Speaker, and from the presentation from the chairman, the board chairs, Mr. Speaker, these programs has not captured the real meaning of value chain. Mr. Speaker, it has actually done the opposite. That is, it is being driven by the executive, not the real farmers, Mr. Speaker, from the report. In the essence, Mr. Speaker, I'll give out two examples, whereby, Mr. Speaker, when the committee requested for the financial statement, what is so hard for the executive to give the financial statement, whereby if the money was given to the CEC or the CEO, Mr. Speaker, it is a simple task them to provide the financial statement. What is so hard? So I'm saying this because, Mr. Speaker, the public participation was done, and SACCOs and CBOs, Mr. Speaker, were supposed to be the people driving this agenda of NACBD, Mr. Speaker. So I want to say that I'm very shocked again for what has happened, and Mr. Speaker, the committee gave this report at the right time. And I know, Mr. Speaker, we don't want to lose this fund. We want to say that if the issue of summoning the CEC for agriculture, Mr. Speaker, it should be done in a broad daylight before this house, so that it allows other funding to be funded to this county, Mr. Speaker. I've seen from the report we are number 34 in the national in the county, Mr. Speaker, through this funding. So we don't want to lose this fund. If the CEC happens to fail or refuse to appear before this house, Mr. Speaker, I think the best thing is to summon, so that he allows the programs of National Value Chain Development Project to run. So you don't want to miss this funding, and we are requesting you, Mr. Speaker, of course, this one now will appear before this house. The CEC should appear before the whole house. That is as per the standing order of this house, Mr. Speaker, so that he comes and testify. Why is he refusing to provide the financial statement? Number two, Mr. Speaker, from the report, Mr. Speaker, you've seen from other words, even my word, Mr. Speaker, the committee or the SACCOs was to be funded 100%. I don't know what is happening. If they are funding halfway, Mr. Speaker, for example, I've gotten in Kabilela the SACCO, they are getting around 450, of which they were promised around $1 million, Mr. Speaker. So my contribution goes this way, Mr. Speaker. We want this report to be taken seriously. Immediately, the approval from this house, let the people liable to appear before this house. So then I request members never allow this county to lose the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Fund project. Thank you, and I support the report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable B. Honorable Haron Rotich, followed by the Honorable Matthew Korir, the Vice Chair, Committee on Cooperatives.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, if there is one person who is actually disappointed, is the Honorable Haron Rotich, MCA Seretut, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've gone through the reports as the chairman was going through, and I want to make my own reservations, Mr. Speaker, that having seen there is a project in my ward, it's been written very clearly that it is Seretut FCS Limited. Mr. Speaker, I'm told the society has been promised a feed mixer which is yet to be delivered. Mr. Speaker, the raw materials was applied. I'm actually perturbed, Mr. Speaker, just to say this, that Seretut FCS, Mr. Speaker, is not even existing. Maybe I would want to understand first from the beginning, because the one that I know, Mr. Speaker, is the one that has a hatchery. So maybe, Chairman, maybe you should have said maybe Cheptoro Yet Cooperative, which to my attention again, if it is Cheptoro Yet in Seretut, Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm that I'm equally told, and I've been told today by the chairman, that recently they received from the chairman feeds. I don't know what, about 700, yet they were promised 2.1 million. So, Mr. Speaker, I think these things should actually be made clear. Because you see, Mr. Speaker, this is but shoddy report. I want to just to declare my reservation. This is shoddy because you see, we don't have the amount allocated per ward. How do you know that is how much was allocated? How much do you know? You know, they are seeing only wards only running up and down, Mr. Speaker. I've never seen such a report. Maybe just to say to the chairman, maybe chairman, because if they were denied, Mr. Speaker, it is actually very painful for the committee to operate again. You see, could be chairman had actually requested, but we are told actually they were never given any information on the amount that they should have been allocated per ward. So definitely, you see now, Mr. Speaker, I think the county government of Kericho, Special Department of Agriculture, is actually trying to meddle up. And this is leaving us a mess, Mr. Speaker. Because you see, we've never seen a report that doesn't have any figures, Mr. Speaker. How are we going to ascertain? Because like in the morning, if I was not told by my people on the ground that they only supplied the other day about feeds of about 700 to Cheptoroje and not Seretut FCS. You know, Mr. Speaker, I think I need more clarification because for me, I don't know. I don't know that they visited maybe Seretut or Cheptoroje. I think could be a typo or something because it's written Seretut FCS. Then lastly, Mr. Speaker, I'm told there is a cooperative in my ward that was supposed to be given 1 million. It is called Troiga in Kipsol. As per the report, I want to concur with them that probably all SACCOs were never given the rightful share. Mr. Speaker, in my ward, for example, I want to use it as an example. Mr. Speaker, they only given a chair at a table, small table. Like the cooperative chair mentioned that there were substandard tables and chair. I want to agree with the chair, but then you see now, Mr. Speaker, the amount that were promised, only 110. I'm told 110 out of 1 million that were promised. So, Mr. Speaker, I think these people, the reason why we are in all this, Mr. Speaker, and I want to put it on record, is because they don't want to disclose the amount of money that they have used, the department has used. Mr. Speaker, I would want to put another recommendation, though I don't want to amend, Mr. Speaker, going forward. We should actually ask right formally from Assembly that let them furnish the Assembly with the amount that they have used, probably per ward, and state exactly this project allocated this one, this project, this one, so that every MCA, Mr. Speaker, using your directive number one, Mr. Speaker, you give an order that you give an order to the Committee on Implementation to provide all these documents, because now the Committee on Agriculture is struggling, Mr. Speaker. They don't have figures, they can only write probably what they saw. So with those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, I want to request your office to use order number one and request either the Committee on Implementation or ask direct to the county executive to provide per ward so as for MCAs to confirm whether there is value for money. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Whip. I think your concerns are noted by the chair. He will try to respond if he can, but then I am among this committee and I know the frustration that this committee went through. The county executive didn't cooperate. In fact, we had to go around the 30 wards in a single day. We sat as a committee, and but I will I'll give some directives later on. I want to give to Honorable Matthew, Matthew is the Vice Chair, Committee on Cooperative.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity, not as a Vice Chair, but also as an Honorable Member representing great people of Chaik Ward, where we have a SACCO by the name Chaik SACCO that was formed in the onset of this NAF CBD program. And Mr. Speaker, I can confirm though that the chairman has not been able even to mention in one line or in 2 letters about Chaik Ward in the report, but I want to say, Mr. Speaker, my ward is among those wards that I have not received any coin from the NAF CPD. And the other thing, Mr. Speaker, is that I'm happy that this report is being tabled today. Immediately after that, we tabled the report on ad hoc. Mr. Speaker, the mess that is in this NAFCBD, Mr. Speaker, is we tried yesterday to correct, Mr. Speaker, when we were recommending that the CEC in charge of finance and head of treasury to not allow one lady by the name Betsy to be given any rights on departmental, Mr. Speaker, because she has messed this county in a big way, Mr. Speaker. And but today, before that we table this motion as well, Mr. Speaker, we have managed also to submit, and in preparation that we have to lift the crocodile to Senate, Mr. Speaker. Also, this mess of the NAFCBD, Mr. Speaker, it is a problem. There is a lot of misuse of funds, Mr. Speaker. I remember when we were launching for the 30 circles, and we declared during that event, Mr. Speaker, even in support of His Excellency the Governor, who was the chief guest, Mr. Speaker. We launched the 30 circles, and even launching the dump check, Mr. Speaker, worth 30 million, Mr. Speaker, and each ward to get 1 million. But until today, Mr. Speaker, I'm told some have received 110,000. So I don't know whether that 1 million change figures to 110 at some point. But on this, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the committee for managing even to get small information, because I know that is the department where when they are being invited to appear before the county assembly, Mr. Speaker, they are not even ready. But I don't think that they are not ready, Mr. Speaker, but their rudeness will make the crocodile also feel and dance the music as we move forward, Mr. Speaker. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I support this report, and I want to wish each and every member that as we proceed for this recess, I know that we'll be going for further oversight, Mr. Speaker, outside the county assembly. But I want to request honorable members that be vigilant. What might happen to number of members I want just to wish that let's be vigilant going forward, Mr. Speaker, in the record of the 10 days that we have ahead of us. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and may God bless Kericho County Assembly.
I thank you, Honorable Matthew Korir. Members, you've heard the concerns of the members that these are departments that didn't cooperate. There is no single document, especially on proof of payment, that was submitted to the committee, even after giving them 2 weeks, but there was no single document that was submitted. The last time I had the CEC, I think, was in a radio station trying to teach the county assembly how to do oversight. But his goose is cooked. We will have to invite him, as Honorable Whipper said, to appear before the county assembly and shed light on the same. Now we have the implementation committee also. I think they will also try to follow it up. Implementation committee is under the leadership of Honorable Moses Rotich, and I know he is a man who is up to the task. So we will probably give you around 2 weeks, so that not 2 weeks, probably 60 days to make sure that you follow it up. But then we will sit as leadership, and we will decide a way on how to deal with this NAFCBD once and for all. We will not allow our county to mismanage such donor funds, and is meant to assist the residents of this county. Next order, clerk. Or reply. I'm sorry, reply, chair. Privilege, chair, because of time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity you have given unto me. Mr. Speaker, I will take this privilege to thank the members for adopting this report on NAFCBD, and more so, or in equal measure, I want to thank the office of the Speaker for facilitating the members to go around to check whether the offices and whatever that was supposed to be given to the societies have been delivered. thank you, and I want also to comment on the staff of this county assembly, especially the committee on agriculture. They did a great job to make sure that the report came or tabled at the right time. In case, Speaker, you get something small, you remember them for the work that they are doing and great service to our assembly. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair, for replying. Members, I now rise to put the question that this House adopts the report on the Joint Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries and Cooperative Management, Tourism and Wildlife on the motion moved by the Honorable Philip Rono on the implementation status of the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Projects in Kericho County. Members, as many as of the similar opinion say aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next, Order Clerk.
Order number 9, motion by the Chairman of Implementation Committee.
Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, considering the heavy task that has been ahead of us today, and also secondly, the Speaker, the order paper had been sufficiently packed, Mr. Speaker. And
grant the request by the Chair, so we will reschedule this tabling of this report. We will sit as an house business, then we will give you a date, probably either through a special sitting or when we resume our normal sitting. Honorable members, it is also important to note that we are going for a short recess, so we may not get an opportunity in between, but if we get one, we will just reschedule during our usual House Business Committee meetings. Being no other business, this House stands adjourned until the 9th day of September 2025. But then, please note that we will have special sitting in between. You know, we have a motion that was moved by the Honorable Kiprotich Rogony. So we will communicate, of course, you know, through the National Gazette, a date and time when we will meet to dispense with that matter within the next 21 days as per our standing orders. Thank you.